Let me read this. This book, someone left it at the cabin, so I'm picking up. And good old Eckhart Tolle, 20 years ago, maybe more. I read most of it. I liked one called Silence Speak or something like that. I forgot the name of it. I remember listening to it on YouTube and sleeping on it, because he has it in such a manner that some words and there's an empty space in between, and then go to the next. And you can stop any time, or you have this silent time to connect somewhere, not in your mind, but deeper. So I like that kind of a maybe slow moving, not logic pound on you that you have to do this, you have to do that. That kind of turns me off. We're not the machine, we're not just to be programmed. And maybe I'll talk about that in relation to AI later. But let me just read this because this is pretty good. J. Krishnamurti, the great Indian philosopher and spiritual teacher, spoke and traveled almost continuously all over the world for more than 50 years, attempting to convey through words, which are content, that which is beyond words, beyond content. At one of his talks in the latter part of his life, he surprised his audience by asking, "Do you want to know my secret?" Everyone became very alert. Many people in the audience had been coming to listen to him for 20 or 30 years and still failed to grasp the sense of his teaching. You better listen to silence. Anyway, the teaching, where was it? Finally, after all these years, the master would give them the key to understanding. "This is my secret," he said. "I don't mind what happens." Maybe just I plug in something. I don't mind what happens. It's exactly what I was talking, Myokonin, Fukuda, a lady, her poem, "I am right as I am," or something like that. I forgot how I translated her poem, but it's basically the same. I don't mind what happens. She's saying connection. That's my word. My word is connecting to the root or nature's way. So heart is center, not the mind. So I don't mind what happens. His secret. He did not elaborate, and so I suspect most of his audience were even more perplexed than before. Maybe not. The implication of this simple statement, however, are profound. When I don't mind what happens, what does this imply? It implies that internally I am in alignment with what happens. My word is nature's way. What happens, because the nature's way is the absolute. What happens, of course, refers to the suchness of this moment, which already is as it is. Daisetsu says as it isness. Nyo in Japanese. Nyo, right, is the coming of as it isness. That is the coming of like a bodhisattva. Anyway, I'm kind of drifting off again. It refers to content, the form that this moment, the only moment that there ever is, takes. To be in alignment with what it means to be in a relationship of innermost non-resistance with what happens. It means not to label it mentally as good or bad, but to let it be. Does this mean you can no longer take action to bring about change in your life? On the contrary, when the basis of your action is inner alignment with the present moment, your actions become empowered by the intelligence of life itself. I like this word, empower, intelligence of life itself, or I call it maybe will of the universe. So that's just a little story from 198 of the book called The New Earth. I was out diving. I didn't catch any fish. I was out maybe 2 hours, going this way and that way. It looked good. Sometimes fish shows up. When I go closer and they run away, I become little. I needed to be more strategic, so I went down and waiting for the fish to come. They come close, but not close enough. Those occasions happened here and there. It was nice. Clear water most of the place. Some depth, maybe I was out not 20 feet, but sometimes checking all the cracks and the hole place underneath. Sometimes they are hiding. And whenever I see them, they see me. So I have to wait in a way. But when I wait, they don't come this way. I don't know why. I thought about this and that. Is it too shiny, or is this something they can notice much more quickly, or there are many people around here to dive? Any of those. So I came back. Was I disappointed? I guess I'd say yes and no. This has been a month and a half. I go out these days almost every day. But it's a great, how do you call it, free time? Enjoying. I still do some work with AI, and there are some issues that I need to work on. Yes, that's the point that is connecting to this world. I don't mind what happens. That's the Krishnamurti, and Tolle was pointing about that. Be with the flow. Go with the way of nature. Connect with the root. Listen to your heart. Align. Melt one with the universe. Be here and now. Be at the moment. All these are pointing the same thing. And also, no mind, no self. Samadhi state, absolute state of being. Many, many words. In Zen, there's even a saying, Furyu Monji. Fu is no, Ryu is stand, and Monji means word. Don't use words, because words don't carry, communicate the direct experience of being here now at the moment, connected to the nature's way, melting into the nature, be one with the universe. But we all have those moments. And I had those moments in the water too. So, what is it? Do you not mind what happens in your life? I don't think I'm like that. But I'm like that at occasion. Especially when my delusionary thought popped up. Like last night, something happened to me. Yes, related to the AI discussion going on. And I have this video posted. There are 3 AIs I work with, GPT, Gemini, and DeepSeek. And the GPT is causing some trouble. And I work with DeepSeek to get his opinion on how to deal with GPT and come up with some kind of response. But DeepSeek is a little aggressive, so that's not so good. And the Gemini is more gentlemanly, but sometimes forgetful. Actually, all of them are kind of forgetful. They focus on the moment, but not think back of whatever has happened and the implication of that. So that causes lots of trouble for me, because this is the work I've been doing for like 5 months. I'm not going to go into the detail of this work, but it requires lots of connecting of the references in certain manner to bring out the message, kind of like writing a book, but all the research is prepared and all the linkage to be there, so that the convincing evidence is showing what the result, expected result should be. So it's a typical thing of whenever you create a story or make a presentation or legal case, you do the homework, prepare it, and communicate. So without getting much more than what I just said, like last night, I was thinking, oh, this is a heavy, unnecessary, and time-consuming thing I may have to do. So that bothered me. Maybe 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, I don't know. But those are the moments that was perhaps like 2 o'clock in the morning. I went to the bathroom and came back, and before going back to sleep, the thought popped up, and I stayed awake for 15 minutes, and then decided, okay, this is useless. So usually I call this the black dot exercise. Whenever I have some problem that stuck with me or keep coming back as if something has to be addressed, like a righteousness, or for the people to be happy, something may not happen because of certain, I call stupid thing. But that's the point of this let go. Or what's the word? I don't mind what happens. Let go. And that's the skill. That's not the thing that you can remember and do it in your mind. It is just to be observing yourself. I call it mirror mind. Or just focus on breathing. Or do the inner body sensation. And when you are in that state, observing, quiet mind, without playing with this thought, things evaporate, and therefore the concern is going to be fading away. And that's the kind of a transition to get in line to the balanced way of living, and that corresponds to this I don't mind what happens kind of quote by Krishnamurti. After the fact, that's what you can say, but in the middle of it, how do you process it? That is the battleground. But you're not fighting. You're just letting things to happen. Because you don't mind what happens. So I'm kind of laughing, because I can be very serious and determined to get things done, like self-righteousness of Don Quixote. I don't know what's the expression that I've got. But for now, I'm settling. So that's the story of the Krishnamurti, Tolle, Zen, connecting to the root, letting go, samadhi, and have peace in mind. I don't mind what happens. Something happens and you don't mind about that happening. You have to experience it. We have to experience it to make our life align and to live everything just right. It's okay to move back and forth, but let's have that sense of balance. Like I mentioned in one of the videos, the bird sitting on the cable. Your mind moves, but your center doesn't. Let's keep working on it. This is not like a one-shot deal. It's a multiple-shot deal. Even a little bit of movement, you start to see it. So let's go with that. Keep working. Have a good day.